If you are looking to generate end-to-end full-blown Node.js and .NET applications locally or hosted, then have a look at this tool Amplication. Amplication is a robust open source development platform designed to revolutionize the creation of scalable and secure .NET and Node.js applications. Amplication is the only AI platform at the moment which turns ideas into production ready code in a few minutes. They automate your backend application development, ensuring consistency, predictability, and adherence to the highest standards with code that's built to scale. Their user friendly interface fosters seamless integrations of APIs, data models, databases, authentication, and authorization. It is built on a flexible plugin based architecture. Application allows effortless customization of the code and offers a diverse range of integrations. Now, there are two flavors of it. As you can see, this is a GitHub repo where you can install it locally, and then there is a hosted version, which is this. Of course, you would need to sign up, and then there is also a pricing of it. As usual, and I'll be very frank and honest here, these tools which offer a local hosted version and um, a local version and a hosted version, it's always very hard to get the local version running, which is obviously for free. And that is why you always feel that okay, if the tool is good, why get into this mumbo jumbo, and then you just go pay them and use their hosted version. In my humble opinion, same is the case with Amplication. If you're really looking to deploy it in production, and if you really want to create your .NET and Node.js backend apps with the help of AI, then if you can afford it, I would suggest maybe have a look at their hosted version if you want to use this tool. I'm not recommending or suggesting anything here. But in this video, we will have a look at their local version, and I will show you that how sort of cumbersome it is to install and configure these sort of tools where you have to deal with a lot of things by yourself. And it seems that and I'm not throwing the project under the bus here, I'm just giving you a very honest opinion after installing heaps of these tools, that it sometimes it seems that they have made it hard on purpose to get these things installed locally, so that eventually you would have to go with the hosted versions. So let me take you to my local system where we get it installed by using this GitHub repo, and I will drop the link to this GitHub repo in video's description, and then we will see how to start with it. So let me take you there. This is my Ubuntu virtual machine where I'm running Ubuntu 22.04, and this is where I'm going to install or try to install this application and show you the steps. Now, before I do that, let me give a huge shout out to Massed Compute, who are sponsoring the VM, which also has a GPU of 48 GB of VRAM, which they have sponsored. If you're looking to rent a GPU on affordable prices, I would highly recommend them. I will drop the link to their website in video's description. Plus, I'm going to put a discount coupon code in description, which you can use to get 50% discount on a range of GPUs. Having said that, this is my Ubuntu. Let me clear the screen. And as usual, I'm going to use this Conda to keep everything nice and simple. Let me quickly install that. So I'm just creating the application environment. I'm just activating that to get into it. Let me quickly do it. Let me clear the screen. Now you would need Node.js for it. I already have Node.js. You would need npm for it. I already have npm, and you would need Docker as a prerequisite for it. So I already have Docker too. So I have all these three things, but there are a few more things which you need to install. You would need to have TypeScript install. Let me see if I have it. Nope. So I don't have TypeScript for that. All you need to do is to just use maybe npm. I think you can do it with apt install, but let's go with npm. Okay, so it has given me an error. Maybe I would just need to use sudo with it. I'll try with sudo, otherwise I will go with apt one because I'm doing it in the okay, this time it seems it worked. That is cool. Let me clear this screen. Let's see the version here. Okay, so I would just need to pump it. Let me refresh this environment. So I reactivated my Conda window, and you can see that now the TypeScript is available. So we have all the prerequisites done, which include again npm, node, docker, and this TypeScript. And also make sure git is installed, because we'll be cloning the GitHub repo of this application by running this command git clone https the whole URL, and then cd to that directory, and then npm install. I think I would need to use sudo with npm, but let's see. Let's wait for it to get cloned, and then we will see if it gives an error on npm install. We'll use the sudo, but rest of it should be fine. It's a huge repo, as you can see. It's not a small one. So there you go. You see that instead of giving us the proper node version, they have just put in that it should be the same as this. And then I'm just, even by downgrading the node version to a very old version, it is giving me this error, but it is still did something. And I have been downgrading this to this, even it doesn't work with this npm version and this one. Anyway, so we will keep going, and then we will see what happens. And it took a long time, by the way, to get to this point. I had to download the GitHub repo multiple times, and it was giving me an error. And after that, next you have to just run this setup. Setup is running. Okay, so it is saying that it required version this. So let me now try to get this version for npm, and let's see if it works or not. Okay, so I have again downgraded the npm version, and let me show you. So this is my node version, this is my npm version, and this is my TypeScript version. Now let's try to run that npm install again. Let's wait for it. Hopefully it will work this time. It seems like it worked this time, which is correct. Eventually, let's try to set up. I'm again running this npm setup.dev. Okay, so you see now it is just giving me this error, which I have no idea what exactly this is. It is saying that setup.dev was run, TypeScript was fine. There is some stuff here. Now it is saying that you tell me what exactly this means. I have no idea. And I have spent some time on checking this error on their GitHub repo issues. Couldn't find anything. So all in all, you can see that claims are very tall, but when you actually start deploying it, it's very cumbersome. I'm sure eventually, I mean, if we just keep tinkering with it, somehow we'll get it running. But these are not the only steps. We have to start some lot of other things with it. For example, you have to start some required infrastructure around npm docker dev. Then you have to do the database migration. Then you have to start the server component, client component, data service generator component, git sync manager component, plugin API component. And there are a lot of things which still we need to do, and then we don't know if it will run or not. So that is why I always believe that when I'm very apprehensive of the products when they have a hosted version, which is of course a paid one, and then these open source one, which simply don't really work all the time. So for example, if you look at their GitHub repo, let me quickly take you there. You will see what I'm saying. So this is it says that application can be run locally for code generation purposes. This is what we already have done. We installed everything as per their recommendation. We did this. We ran their setup dev, and then that is where we failed. And you have to troubleshoot it. Then you have to run this, or in the daemon mode, you have to do database migration. Then you have to start this server component, client component, this component, this. Why should we do that separately? Just for the purpose of code generation. Why shouldn't I just go and grab some LLM, like open source LLM for code generation, and use it to develop my whole Node.js code? I can easily do it. And it is not doing any GUI for it, by the way. It is only doing the backend application, and that is only Node.js and .NET application. So anyway, that is where the point of the video is, that you should be always very careful when you are reading these repos, going through these projects, because whenever you see that there is a hosted version and then there is a open source version which is claiming to be very easy and you can do that. Always check out the fine print, because most of the time you will be compelled to use the hosted version. So I haven't tested their hosted version and I don't have any intention of doing that. But if you neither I'm recommending it nor I'm unrecommending it, totally up to you. It's just a very neutral review of a product as in front of you. And if I'm doing something wrong, which I'm more than sure I must be, please share it in the comments. Happy to review it and troubleshoot it. But the point remains that if people are struggling to follow these instructions, it means that they have to be rewritten properly and in a more easy way if they really want us to implement this locally. Anyway, that's it guys. I hope that you enjoyed it or not. If you like the content, please consider subscribing to the channel, and if you're already subscribed, please share it among your network as it helps. Thank you.